I've talked a lot this year about the Green Bay Packers and the failures that they've been having. And recently, you know what? They've looked good. Recently, they've looked good, even in losses, which there are no moral victories in the NFL, especially when you're a 4-8 football team with an aging quarterback who doesn't truly want to be there. There's not really any moral victories. But the truth is, they do look good. Christian Watson has been a revelation in the second half of the season now, 6 touchdowns in the last 3 weeks, I believe it is. Randall Cobb is getting in the end zone. They look good. They look good. But at the end of the day, they're a 4-8 football team. At the end of the day, Aaron Rodgers maybe has a broken rib, definitely has a broken thumb, doesn't want to be there, has been moaning and complaining majority of this season, majority of his last few years, really. And now you're 4-8. You are certainly out of the playoffs. You can play good all you want, but if you're 4-8 and continue to lose games, what's that? Where are you going to be? And now begs the question, is it Jordan Love time? And I absolutely think it is. Now, I'm not going to sit here and say that Jordan Love is a better quarterback. Obviously, Aaron Rodgers is overall the better quarterback. That's not what I'm trying to argue. Aaron Rodgers is probably not going to be on this team next year. Aaron Rodgers' last 2 off seasons, #1 overall seed, MVP, and still wanted to leave the team. Anything short of a Super Bowl, I thought this year Aaron Rodgers was going to want to leave no matter what happened. And he could win another MVP. He could go 40 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. Anything short of probably winning a Super Bowl, Aaron Rodgers was gone. They're now 4-8. Super Bowl is not even in the same orbit that the Packers are in right now. They are so far away from a playoff spot now at this point. Washington with 7 wins, Green Bay with 4 wins. It's probably not going to happen. There's other teams ahead of them or even on par with them that I like more, like even the Cardinals. Cardinals now have Hollywood back to pair with D-Hop. Detroit Lions, they've already beat them once this year. It's time to move on and just see what you have in Jordan Love. You move up in the draft to get him at the disgruntle of Aaron Rodgers. And you've had him sitting behind watching Aaron Rodgers for a few years now. He came in last year, played against the Chiefs, didn't look good, but who does? It's time to see what you got because Aaron Rodgers is not going to be on this football team next year, and you're going to be needing another quarterback. You have a quarterback that you draft in the first round plus an extra couple picks to go up and get. He clearly has talent. Is he Mahomes? Is he Josh Allen? Probably not. But he's got some athleticism. He's got a popping arm. He can make plays. He has a lot of check boxes there. I mean, there's guys that check boxes that I don't particularly like, but are winning games. Daniel Jones checks a lot of boxes. Yesterday, Sam Darnold, obviously against the Broncos, but Sam Darnold gets a win yesterday. If you have a guy that checks boxes and you have some just capable talent around him, you can win games. Now it's just a question of, is he going to win games in the future? Is he going to get you to the playoffs? Is he potentially a Super Bowl winning quarterback? These are questions that I doubt you'll be able to answer this year when it comes to Jordan Love, but at least you get a little indication. And worst case scenario, he's not that good. Okay, guess what? Go on and draft somebody. They're going to have a good draft pick. If they want to, they can go out and get a Jameis Winston. They can go out and get a Jimmy G. They have the facilities to move on and go get a different quarterback, but you already have one right here that looked pretty good yesterday. 6 of 9, 113 yards and a touchdown, 94 QBR, 146 passer rating. That is something you can build with against a very good Philadelphia Eagles defense. Did lose one of their secondary pieces earlier on in the game. CJ Gardner-Johnson, I think it was. Yes, so they're man down their secondary. Eagles still have a very good defense. Eagles have very good defense, and they're 10-1. They're the number 1 seed, but they're still fighting to win games right now. They don't want Minnesota catching up with them. Minnesota has looked a little weak in the past few weeks, but it doesn't matter. What matters is what the standings look like when it comes to the end of Week 18. Eagles are still fighting. Jordan Love put some good drives. Why not just play him out there? And then you look at the rest of the season. Now, Packers coming into this year as the number 1 seed, you weren't blessed with the easiest of schedules. But next week, you have the Bears. You get to play Chicago Bears, beat up secondary. Eddie Jackson now out for the season. Darnell Mooney out for the season. And a rivalry game. Obviously, that doesn't sound ideal to throw him in there, but it's a test. Who are you? What are you going to do going into Chicago? What are you going to look like? I mean, they might not have a choice. Aaron Rodgers, I don't know yet at the time of recording. I do not know how serious Aaron Rodgers' injury is. It might be very serious, and they're going to have to play him no matter what. Or it might be a situation where he can come back if he chooses to play through the pain, like Justin Herbert did earlier this year, and has how he's been doing with his thumb. However, playing in Chicago, that's going to be a very big test on the moxie of Jordan Love against a bad team. So you're still going to have the ability to hit your wide receivers. Christian Watson is going to get open. Randall Cobb might even get open. And then you get to play the Rams, who haven't looked good, but their defense, they still have Aaron Donald running at you. You still have Jalen Ramsey running at you. Miami Dolphins, their defenses looks rather weak, but there's some playmakers on the defensive side of the ball. The Vikings have some playmakers on that side of the ball. Detroit Lions don't really to round out the season. So there's some tests in there. There's some tests, and there's also some easy opportunities. There's a combination of both, and that is going to paint the picture of who Jordan Love is. I think it's time. I thought it was time a few weeks ago because I gave up hope in the Green Bay Packers a long time ago. But now you're 4-8. Aaron Rodgers, 2 injuries now he's playing through. Sit him, let him rest out the rest of the season. Trade him at the end of the year, probably to the Jets or somebody else, maybe to Tampa Bay, and give Jordan Love a shot because the kid has talent. And you don't know whether he's the future of the quarterback unless he's out there with the ball in his hands trying to make plays.